Hey, it's Dan, and welcome to Unified Gaming. So today, guys, we are going to be in PvP once more, Battleground, Cyrodiil, IC, you name it, and as you can tell by the title of the stream, we are embracing Oakensoul. I've had lots of people ask on the channel about this sniper, is there a 1x version, what about Sorcerer, all that good stuff. So in this one, I want to kind of show you where I'm at with these builds. The Sorcerer is completely finished. I've almost finalized the sniper, which I want to show on stream. It's really cool, and I think it's going to be so easy to play, which is great. And I want to just kind of experiment really in this stream with different 1x ideas, how to make builds that are viable and effective. As always with these streams and stuff, if you get any questions of what I do, just message in the chat. I'll do the best to reply. And if you are someone who is an Oakensoul user, like, don't be ashamed of it. Let me know. I like Oakensoul. I think it's quite a good mythic. I think it's very useful, and I think more people should use it really. So I'm going to put a poll on the screen just to see what the people's thoughts are on Oakensoul, and I'll quickly go for the build. So this is an Oakensoul build. You can see with all the buffs at the bottom, it's like silly high. Yeah, you can literally look at all these buffs down here. You'll see on our stat page we have a pretty good amount of resistances and stuff, so let's buff up quickly. That's us buff, that's literally it. We've got almost 50k magic in Battlegrounds, which is obscene. Loads of spell damage, it goes up higher and higher. I'll show you it properly at the end. The defense sigil down there. Oh, damage, let's look up that. They're always good fun, the damage ones. Yeah, and how are people doing tonight, by the way? How are you getting on with Scribing, Subclassing, all that good stuff? Oh, sorry, mate. Him dead. Right, that's them dead. Oh, he ran away. Oh, that's not a bad little kill streak there, was it? I absolutely love Oakensoul. Oh, he got me with this little stun on his pet. We're going to just heal ourselves quickly. No, you can have one of these, mate. Here, have that. You'll see, like, this thing is so easy to play with, so much sustain, like, so much damage. It's ridiculous. Lucas says, why don't I stream on Twitch? Have a spec bow there, he's dead. Yeah, have a streak, and then you can have a spec bow. Oh, he dodged it. Okay. Well, that's him. Oh, no, he's got some good heals. Yeah. He literally went invisible in front of me. He went invisible. Lucas asked, why don't I stream on Twitch? A few reasons, in all honesty. One is because I haven't set up multi-streaming yet. That's like the real reason. But initially, when I first did the channel, it's really hard to grow on Twitch. So the way in which Twitch works, it kind of ranks the videos based on the number of concurrent users. So the more people that watch it, the higher it's up the rank, which means trying to get like an audience to grow on Twitch is actually really hard. So it was more conducive. Dead. This thing's obscene. I absolutely love this 10 kill streak. I absolutely love this build. This is available right now in the members section. It is coming to the channel for everyone else very soon, but it's really good. Dead. Full health. Oh, let's pop down here. Oh, I've used this in Cyrodiil, by the way, and it's like overload spec bow. Look at all the heals. Fighting 2 healers, that's really fun, isn't it? Oh, that's him dead. Oh, there's one healer dead. Yeah, overload spec bow. I'm going to just heal myself quickly. Calder says, is there Dragonknight coming? I want to plan to make one. I've updated the Sork, as you can see here. That's him dead. Oh, he dodged it right at the end. I so thought he was going to die. But yeah, so to Lucas, as I was saying about the Twitch, it was just trying to grow on Twitch is way harder than on YouTube. And also on YouTube, I like the fact that I can like put the video up and then people can watch it when they want. With Twitch, it's not as easy to do that. Oh, he's at 94k off. We're going to leave him there. That's a bit pointless. And then yeah, to Coldest asking about the go for a streak and a spec bow. Oh, it didn't get that on him. This feels like bullying, actually. What, there's more? No, you don't. Dead. Ah, I love this thing. It's a 19 kill streak. It's obscene. Yeah, there will be a DK one. My sort of Oakensoul builds, I tried to play as the main class. So like this plays mainly as assault with just spec bow added. For good measure. There's a 50 odd K, so that's pointless there, that is. I absolutely love streak. Yeah, full damage, very, very dangerous. Be careful with that, guys. Oh, what do you think of the build, by the way? Dead. Woo! So 22 kills so far, I'll take that. 18k, oh, he's got no health. Looks, oh, honestly, I think this is better than the 2-bar version. It's way easier to play. The damage is like obscene. Really, that person just like is. Oh, they're gonna drop down soon, maybe. Oh, that person has the 50 odd K health there. It's really fun. Our mag sustain, for people curious, it's 2,500. It's obscene. Like, we have so much mag sustain for a 1-bar build. No, you don't. No, you do not. That's my build. You can have one of these back. Yeah, he's dead. Look at that. He tried killing me with my own build. Oh, look at that. He actually melted. Where's that Nightblade? Gasp in Spanish, she does. Oh. Let's see if they come up. So yeah, 25 kills so far. Oh, he's putting his weight in there. Okay, I'll take that 25 kill streak. I think that's a pretty good showcase of what this build does. It's ridiculous. And I know people are going to go, well, this Battlegrounds. I took this in Cyrodiil the other day and I was fighting like people who 1vx and I was dueling them and didn't die. Like, I got a couple kills against them. It's really, really cool. Yeah, this is a stat page. Look at that. For a 1-bar build, this is like obscene. So we've got 28k spell resist, almost 24k physical. We've got the, like, yes, you might get the armor's a bit lower, but we've got this 8% mitigation here, which is ridiculously good. You've got the minor resolve, which comes on. You've got, this is 13k in PvP. It's huge. Like, it's ridiculous. This is 26k when it's buffed. This is like almost 3,000. It's obscene. I really love this build. Master Assassin, the guy who tried to use my sniper against me. Cold says I look squishy. I'll go into Cyrodiil. You know, if we can get in Cyrodiil straight away, we'll show like how tanky it is. It's surprisingly tanky, way more robust than you would think. Q45, we might have to wait a little bit, but we will go into Cyrodiil definitely today. What I will do, I can see if I can do it now on thing, so bear with me. I'll do a bit of like shenanigans. Media source. So whilst I'm waiting, I'm gonna find something quickly, and I'll put a clip up on the screen. So I just need to find where it is. It's one of these. Got so many different builds. And I'm finding the clip now. But bear with me. I will. I can't multitask, as you can probably tell. My multitask ability is very, very bad. So I'm just gonna find the clip and I can show you it. Not that one. Oh, it's that one. There's 38. Bear with me. This one here, okay. So I'll add this on screen. So this is a clip where I'm fighting this person here, okay? This person is called Chav Killer. So I'll speed up because I put on slow speed, sorry. Bear with me. And I'll mute the source. If I go to properties, So it's gonna be a little faster. I'm just fast forward. So you can see here, I'm fighting him. Yeah. I'm hitting him really hard, and he goes for like really big burst on me. So the footage is a little bit slow, so you can kind of see what's actually happening. And when he hits me very, very hard. Like, don't get me wrong, this is 1v1. He's a very, very good player. And we're just keeping the pressure on him, and he goes for a burst combo in a second. So there's the dot. Gets me the deep buffs. He's gonna go for a leap in a moment. And because of how hard we're hitting him constantly, and our spec bow constantly healing us, like that was a 4K. We got hit with a massive leap. We had a shield on there, and like this fight goes on for it's about 3 minutes. It is literally back and forward, back and forward. I do end up killing him, so he goes for the kill here. My shield takes it. So after this time, I've been in fighting for like 3-4 minutes, and it's about here when I get the kill. So you can see this is in the actual build video that you'll see, but it's very, very cool. Now let me just remove that quickly. Yeah, so to the question, like, is it squishy? I was able to like fight people who were decent. Like, if you know, oh, I messaged him after. It was literally, I had to speed the video up by 1,000 times because of how long it was. I was like, I can't put a video where someone's watching 5 minutes of me just going back and forward with this DK. It's ridiculous. So that part of the video is like 1,000 times sped up in the actual video. When the build comes out, you'll see it. And then the actual final, that 20 seconds are shown. And I've used it in duels, all sorts of stuff. Whilst we're waiting, would you like me to show some other clips from it? I've got different duels and stuff. You can see it in duels too. Because I've got a really good clip against a duel, against a dot proc DK. So a thing that uses like Wrath of Elements, Master's Dual Wield, all the kind of toxic stuff that we hate. And he was using all of that. And we killed him fine. So I can show you some clips if people are curious about like its survivability. Same says, am I right? Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I am all good. Getting really back into ESO. I really like this patch. There's like so much to do. Calder says, will the DK be melee? Yes, my plan for any Oakensoul build is to try and play to the class identity, which sounds a bit weird. Because realistically, I could just go like every single character and go, look, we're going to run the assassination skill line on every single character. We're going to run maybe dark magic, maybe storm calling, probably storm calling. And you'll probably find it'll be like a mix of storm calling with assassination, maybe the Templar restoring light. And if you did those 3 skills, you've got a really good build anyway. Like, they're really good skills. Or animal companions. One of those 4 things would work well. But that doesn't play like the build for me. I want my Sorcerer to feel like a Sorcerer. I want my Dragonknight to be in melee to feel like a Dragonknight with his whip spam, that kind of playstyle. I want the Warden to be using Deep Fissure. That's the idea. And it'll be the same with the Arcanist. The Arcanist, I want to try and get the beam working. I know it sounds really ambitious, but the beam is a staple, like, it's a staple skill in the Arcanist like kit. It's thematic, it feels fun to use, it's pretty reliable when they're stunned, but that doesn't happen often. But when it does hit, it hits like a truck. And I want the Arcanist one to feel like an Arcanist, I want the Nightblade to feel like a Nightblade, the Assault to feel like a Assault, and so on. I've also updated the Bowsalk. So I made a 1-bar Bowsalk, which is really, really good. Rope 4 says, DK Serpent's Disdain is incredible with the new Mono Mythic and high crit setup. See, Serpent's Disdain I don't like as a set. I know people are like, it's really good. It doesn't do anything. If you have charge, you have high uptime on those status effects anyway. If you're spamming skills with those effects, they're going to be up anyway for most of the time. And so you end up just losing a 5-piece bonus, which you could run just another dot set and have more bonus damage. I would personally use like Pyre Band. I think that's a better set than Serpent's Disdain on the DK especially, so I'd probably look at that. For people curious, Pyre Band is one from the arena. I think it is not Fate Hollow. It's from the Infinite Archive. I don't know where they cover that. There it is. It's Dragonknight. So your light attacks do an extra like 5k dot damage, about 1,000 damage per second, and you can heavy attack for like an extra effect. It's pretty good actually. It's quite a good dot set. Oh yes, he waited for me. Oh, what a lad! No! I want the speed! I want the speed! Oh, cheers, Tony. Look at Tony. He's like, oh, grab the defense too. Thank you. They took our relic. That's him dead. That's him dead. Oh, that was 2 kills already. Oh, I hate slabs. Can't do anything against slabs. Ah, I got him. Ah, look at that. So much damage, so much damage. Yeah, this is by far my favourite Oakensoul build to date. Like, it's really, really, really good. Just literally watch it blow up. So I have 3 kills, some assists. We should probably get the relic. I keep pushing left to swap bar because I'm so used to it. May says, is it on the channel? It's in the members tab already. It's going to be coming to the channel very soon. Probably Monday, I think it is. I need to check the schedule. Ah, I've got him. Where'd that Nightblade go? He tried to get at me. Oh, come on, matey. He's not going to come, is he? He's literally trying to get our teammates. Run, Tony, run! We believe in you! Ah, I got him. 13k spec bow, take that. If you ever see Rage 7, that's me. I'll keep an eye out. You might notice when I do the combo, I do a lot of the light attack. Ah, I hate the cloak. I need the tech potion so badly. Dead. Oh, look at, oh, honestly, this thing's gonna get nerfed. This is so stupid. Like the amount of, you see my mag regen, like I very rarely run out of magicka. Oh, I'll take that. Thank you. Nope. Oh, they love it. I obviously love it. It's so freaking tanky, this thing. Ah, I got him. With these stupid slabs. Honestly, slabs, so annoying to fight against. Is Regen better than reduced cost? Oh ho ho! Ah, they got me! They got me! They got me! A Mage's Fury got me. That was the Mage's Wrath. Oh, the 7 kills. That's not bad, is it? Not bad for a little 1-bar build. I got too aggressive then. I got way too aggressive. So yeah, to your question though, Cold. Regen's typically better because you can boost it. The only time you use like the high sort of cost reduction is if you're trying to have like a spammy build. So if you spam skills every single second, cost reduction can be better. In most cases though, I went to go for Overlord's Vet Bow. So yeah, this gives you an idea of what it does though. We'll try and get in Cyrodiil in a second. It's a very, very good build. We're not quite ready yet. How far is our queue? We're 30. I'm gonna slowly get there. Slowly get there. I'll do one more Battleground, and then we'll hop into like Imperial City or something if we can't get into Cyrodiil anytime soon, because it does take some time. I do appreciate that. And then I'm gonna just show another clip just because people have been asking about stuff. So like how tanky it is. Media. But here's a duel against, I think it's Arcana, this one. My BG is ready. So I'm fighting him here. You'll see the burst in a moment. Ready? About half his health bar. So you can see we have really good damage. We do. And you notice I'm trying to use that streak to stun him, as he's obviously trying to counter me stun. Obviously he hits with a Soul Tether into Mercy Resolve combo and we survive that. So you can see like there's a decent job we're going back and forward with each other. I am in a BG by the way, which I will switch the screen over in a second. Look at that. He's dead. It's very, very nice. 20 seconds, I'll turn that one off. But it gives you an idea of like what it's doing. Like I said, I've never had melting damage, it's always slow damage. So melting damage comes down to burst. So burst is like the term that we use in the Elder Scrolls Online, which is about doing as much damage in the shortest window as possible. And so that normally means landing a burst skill or damage boost. Let's grab that quickly. It's my damage boost. It's for my team. There. Now my team's got it. "23 sweat bow, take that." Oh, I've got to move the thing. 50k mag, how? I started in the Northern Storm, I got greedy. On a 1-bar build, it's really, really hard to get this much magicka whilst having good sustain. Like that's the tricky part. We are using a new set, which is fantastic, like for this. There you go. I wasn't paying, chase him around. Yeah, don't run away, don't run away. Come back. Let's go for some healing. It's constant CZ spam. You can see I'm literally spammed. The whole team got me in the end. I got a lot of hit with Immobilize, so that's the only thing that you have to be careful with. I don't have a snare immunity. So just be really mindful that if you're playing like in no CP like Battlegrounds, you don't have that stam regen from CP. Yeah, someone's using, I think it's a mobilizing shot. It's really annoying. I tried going for the kill. I got greedy to go for the kill. I was ignoring the Sulk behind me. We'll go and focus on the Nightblade. So you can see he's desperate to get me, isn't he? He's dead. You've got two Ganking Nightmares. It's an absolute nightmare when that happens. Oh, literally you can see the two Nightblades again. Hayden says just like to watch. So just like to grind some subclass skills. What do you recommend to prioritize? Storm Calling is very, very good. So I would use that. So yeah, he's like literally waiting for me with the other one. So I will push not into the middle. I move around so we can get the relic. I reckon we can. Waiting for his Nightmate to come. You can literally see he's like literally waiting for me. We'll just keep our heals on. So you can see like the two of them are literally waiting. So that he's gone for it again. That's him dead. He literally keeps running away. He keeps running away. I went for City Blast Bones. The whole team's there. Yeah, they're coming. Let's move around here and see if we can... Yeah, we managed to pull one down here. Come on. I got some healing. Look at all the dots. You got loads of dots over here, yes? Absolute ton of dots. Literally melting the shield. 1 second. Oh, that's him dead. Oh, I'm waiting for them. They keep coming. Yeah. Ah, literally, that Nightblade kept waiting for me. So you can see, like, when you have a, if you're a content creator, you get people like will go out their way to try and kill you. Let's see if we can find them up here. That's him dead. So they never fight 1v1, do they? I'll grab this while we're here, might as well. Be rude to leave it, wouldn't it? For DK subclassing wise, DK's got a really weird set of skills. So like you kind of need them all to kind of work together. It's a bit weird. Oh, his teammate saved his life there. They keep going in stealth. They're literally, you can see them, they're like waiting for me. He's literally run off again. They're gonna follow me around here? I don't think they will they? What do you think of those Nightblades, by the way? They're literally trying to wait for me, they are. Ah, oh, literally almost got them in the heels. So much healing from his teammates. You get teamers like that in every set. Yeah. Let me help my team here. That backfired to him, didn't he? Literally tried to get me, I blew him up. Literally blew him up. Dead. Alright. Dead. Oh, nice 10k, spat bow. There's so many of them! Oh, that's that Nightblade buggering off. That was just mean, wasn't it, waiting for him like that? Hey, come back. Come back. Stop running away. He's so quick. Dead. We should probably get the relic. He literally has like no damage. That's him dead. On my heels. Waiting for the other person. Ah, I'm trying to get him, It's our relic, leave up. Oh, we didn't get the relic. They are literally trying to kill me, aren't they? Cheers Trias for the upgrade, by the way, that's really appreciated. Look, he's literally like... Bash. We can't teabag because that gets you banned, but we can bash him. So two people like going back to survivability. We're pretty survivable, as you can see. Oh, unless that happens. That literally, that Aaron's been waiting for me for ages. But even against, like, it takes 2 or 3 people at once to try and get us. That's him dead. Damage sigil, yes, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Oh, those won't know, they won't know what hit them when they get hit next time. I went to go for the spike bow on him. So many Nightblades. There's so many Nightblades. The tarnish got me. How much healing that team got? They got a bit of healing in there. I'm dead. Hey, we grabbed it. Come on, mate. He's got to run. We've got to believe in him. Gotta help them. We're trying to get up there. Run, matey, run! I went to go for the kill. I got greedy. I got way too greedy. Way too greedy. A bit draft says, I'm pretty over spec bow being on 99% of builds. It's all so good. Hey, it was a draw. We had 21 kills though. That was awesome. That was a really cool match. Really fun match. But yeah, that kind of, this gives you an idea of what it does. Okay, for a 1-bar build, this is really good. Another Sulk slapper. I'm still running the bow Sulk. I've done an update to the like bow Sulk, but trying to make a 1-bar version. So I think it's pretty much there. Let's put a poll on to see, do we stay on this and try and get into Cyrodiil? Like, we are queued. So if you see we're 9, so we can wait to get into Cyrodiil, take this in there. Love to show it off in Cyrodiil. Or we could go on the 1-bar sniper that it's pretty much finished. Just a few glyphs to add on, and then I think it's ready to go. So I'll add a poll, see what you guys think. I really love 1-bar builds. So let me put this, stay on Evoker. This is a 1-bar Magsork. So there's a poll that's up. You can check it out. Treehouse says he's 1-barred it already. I think you'll probably have a very different setup to what I've done. Because I've actually not posted what I've done, but it uses sets that, in my opinion, are incredibly underrated, but are one of the best sets in the game, and it's been in the game for like years. So like, I'm quite excited to obviously show that. For people curious of what our stat page is, I'll jump into a guild house. Bitter Draft asks what sets for the sniper or for the Sorc that I'm currently using. I'm just going to buff up fully because our Merciless Resolve, as it does like do damage, it stacks and does more and more because it gives you more spell damage, which is awesome. So the underrated set, let me just charge this up quickly. Up it goes, up it goes. Okay, so this is our stat page. With 4,000 spell damage and 50,000 magic. That is obscene. We have a lot of resistance considering we have a massive shield, and yes, this obviously is reducing PvP, but it's 13k, and we do get this 8% damage reduction here, which is essentially, you're looking at about 7,000 armor roughly. That's what this is worth almost. It's around that, sort of 6,000-7,000 armor. It's really, really high. So when you kind of factor in that mitigation that's on most of the time, we really like have, let me buff up again, about 30k armor, which is why we're really tanky, because that 8% mitigation is really, really noticeable. For people curious, every 660 armor equals 1% mitigation. So therefore, if you had 8 times 660, it's 5,200. And so that's why, although we look like we're quite squishy, because of that extra 8% we don't normally, like we have most of the time, it's like an extra 5k armor. So this is like basically 28k armor, which is really, really high. Drunken Dork Plays says, what is the Scribe skill? The Scribe skill is called Oakensoul. It is ridiculously OP. This is stupidly good. It's 11k here, almost 12k with another 3k. It's like a 15k spammable with Major Breach. Like, yeah, why? Why not? And it's dirt cheap. Like, this thing's ridiculous. Honestly. You can, if you want, with the build, by the way. We are using Fishbowl, so we could put on Sugar Skulls to have like 20k stamina, which is obscene for a 1-bar build. So again, like there's just so many choices with this thing. It's amazing. To the set that A Bitter Drift was asking about, it's a PvP set, and it's an incredibly old set. So I'm going to show you this set down here. It's right at the bottom. And it is called Imperial Wrath. So it's a 3-piece set, which is 121 weapon and spell damage and 306 to your ranged skills. As a sorcerer, everything is ranged. As a sniper, everything is ranged. This is basically New Moon. It is in a 3-piece rather than 5-piece. It is really, really good, which means you can then run this with a monster set. And that's what we've been able to do on the 1-bar Sorc. So we've got a monster set still, but we still have this like extra bonus damage. On this build that I'm using here, I have like 5 sets on. We've got Willpower, we've got Trainee, we've got Oakensoul, we've got Swarm Mother, Dommy Horse, and the new set. There's like 6 different sets going on this build. It's ridiculous. But because of it, we get this crazy amount of stats. So it's quite cool. So I'm quite happy with this one. The poll says to stay on the Sorc. We are 3rd, so I don't want to leave this area. So what I will do, if you don't mind, I'll put some gameplay up on the screen, just like videos I've got recorded of this in action, so you can see it. And that way it's a bit more entertaining than just watching Dan stay at a house, because I do appreciate that's a bit boring. So let's change this to a different clip. And let's go... Oh, this was against a DK. So someone was asking about like the tankiness. So here it is versus a DK. And I will turn this down a little bit because that's quite loud. So this DK, I tried to kill him. He's on a dot build. And you'll see it, I literally go for the kill. And I almost get him. And then he survives. So that's annoying. And then you'll start to see all the procs get on me. So you see I've got Rend and Slashes, Wrath of Elemental Susceptibility, Major Breach, I've got Noxious Breath, I've got Spiked Armor, I then have Wrath of Elements on me. So he's got like loads of dot damage and absolute insane amount of damage there. And you can see the green numbers on my shield just constantly just being eaten away, that shield. I then get ready to go for the kill. And look at this burst. So he gets me the stun. And I do this Spec Bow Street, there it is, one. Almost kill him in one hit. I then wait for him to roll, and then I go for a now Spec Bow roll dodge again, and I get the kill. But he's a very, very tanky player. So it gives you an idea, even against tanky players, and people with high pressure, our shield and our contingency is enough like healing power, which is awesome. I then have a clip, I need to find where it is. Against a Nightblade, again in Cyrodiil. So me and this Nightblade fight, I think it might be this one here, I could be wrong. We'll find out. Yeah, so this one here, so I'm fighting this Nightblade here. He is a very, very good player. And then, as we're fighting him, some other people jump in, yeah? And obviously we end up killing him. He then comes back and I get a 1v1 with him. And in the 1v1, it was very good because we had like 2 or 3 fights in the end, which is really cool. I really like those kind of fights. Is it this one here? No, that's just where I'm just hitting this person stupidly hard. Look at this. That's like half their health bar gone. But that's not the clip I'm looking for, so bear with me. I've been trying to put in more Cyrodiil clips into my videos so people can see. Oh, this was me just... I was testing my recording software, so that one, while that's there. Like literally 4 seconds. Is it this one? It's not this one. I will find it. Trust me. I'm going to go through all of them if I have to. Yeah, here it is. So I'm fighting this guy here, yeah? He is a very, very good Nightblade. We are Q1 for Cyrodiil, by the way. Oh, we can go into Cyrodiil now. Awesome. We'll go into Cyrodiil. What I'll then do is, let me just shrink this down. I might need to pause it for a second. Bear with me. Put this just in the middle because and I'll kind of put it in the top while I just move around. No, actually we'll leave it full screen, sorry. That one there. But basically you can see like we're literally going back and forward we are. And he gets a really good burst combo on me. So look, here it is. You look at my health here and watch his burst. So I've got a shield on. Ready? He goes for a good soul tether that about now it is. And it absolutely melts me. So this is when his mate comes in. He hits me really hard there. Spec bow. Second spec bow comes in here. I manage to heal through it. Contingency spam. Spam the heal. My spec bow's ready, and then I'm able to turn the fight and go for an overload into spec bow with a streak. So you'll see his health bar go down really quick here. So that's half his health bar. I then follow it up with some more pressure. So it kind of shows you that it does have that survivability. As he comes to me, I know he's got a soul tether because that's what he's using. So that I was then keeping the distance at that point. Went for the stun. I keep going with the overload, and then we end up getting him so low that at that point he rolls and I get the kill here. But it gives you an idea, like it's tanky. So for people curious, like, is it survivable? Yes, this is. It does stay alive. The poll is to stay on stalk. If it does change, then obviously just message in the chat. Coldest says, everybody uses spec bow. It's really good. That's why. It's really, really good. In my opinion, this should be 8 stacks, not 10. If it was 8 stacks, it gives enough breathing room for PvE players so they can still use it and not have to use it on cooldown like as soon as it's ready. But then at the same time, it isn't 2 shots in a row, because 2 shots in a row is very good in PvP, like incredibly oppressive. All farms under attack. Let's see who's over here. Oh, some yellows. Let's say hi to them. This is a small scale group. So I'm gonna go say hi and just see what they're doing. Hello. Do you think they're gonna get the kill? I reckon they're gonna kill these three. Yeah. When you see someone using a Haunting Curse, good. But when they use Daedric Prey, you know they're on a PvE build. He's gonna melt. He is. You're leveling Assassination up right now. Yeah, Assassination's like really good. We're gonna go to Nickel. I like Nickel. It's quite a good place to fight at. Oh, there's some siege down there though. Okay, let's go all down to there. There's a video on the channel called us showing how to level up really fast. It's about 40 minutes per skill line, so it's really, really quick. And if you have an event on, it's like half an hour, 20 minutes. With the 150 scroll, it's like 15, 20, which is stupidly fast. It's very, very good. Ivan asks, what monster set? So on this Sorcerer, I'm not actually using a full monster set. I'm using one piece Swarm Mother and one piece Dummy Horse. So Swarm Mother, it's a dungeon set. It's a DLC dungeon set. Always forget where it comes from. I just remember it being pretty decent. Here it is. It's one piece Magicka and one piece Stamina on the one piece. So you get basically Magic and Stamina, and Swarm Mother's the same. So when you pair those, you get 2,000 Magic and 2,000 Stamina, which is really good. Which is why we have so much Stamina, considering we have no Tri-Food. Oh, it's Strepsils. He's a very good player. So we need to keep him out there. I went to go for the streak and I couldn't streak him. I don't know if you saw that. That's really frustrating. That was a good Tentacular Dread though. I pushed the streak and it didn't fire. Streak does that sometimes. If you get hit with an immobilize, you can't move through it. Because I was going to go for the streak into the spec bow. Oh, that's a lot of yellows. That is a hell of a lot of yellows. But let's see if we can pull some round here, okay? They're going to come over here? Yeah, he is. I went to go for the so much overload spam. You can literally see overload, overload, overload. If you look at my dash sheet, I'll show you in a second. We're up here, aren't we? Here's my combat metrics. If you look at damage received, I'm still in combat because of that fight, that siege. Let me respawn somewhere. I don't want to ride though. Yeah, we'll respawn over at Falas and then we'll ride up. But I'll show you the. If you look at my damage received, it's literally like spec by overload, overload, overload. So I'm literally dodging these hits. And obviously these are hitting you for like 4 or 5k each. So when you got that and that, it's just so much damage. And obviously I'm doing the same over here. So I get why people do it. It's very, very good. So the one thing I would say with an Oakensoul build, and it's true for any Oakensoul build, is you lack typically healing power, but also utility. So the only heal we have on our build is the healing contingency. So we have to be very careful with our positioning, because if we go too aggressive, we can get caught out. So we're going to ride on over to Robeck, see what's going on over there. But yeah, the thing I like with this 1-bar Sork is it has so much damage. Oh, yellows. Let me try and get pushed through rocks, okay? So we'll just push around and then see if we can get some. Come around here. That's one dead. Ah, the overlay got me. I went to go for the thing. Let's spawn back because I reckon they're coming to here. They were, weren't they? So you can see like we can fight and hold on very, very long. I just don't have the stamp pool. So I should probably change my food and lose it. Let's do that. Let's lose a little bit of our thing. So it's not huge. I'll go for the extra stamina. Because that'll be way more useful, I think, for what I'm trying to do at the moment. And that's one thing I like with this build. You can just change your food and you get a lot more stat. Like you can see, we've lost a little of health, little magical, not huge, but loads more stam. Which means we can roll dodge way more. Which is what I like to do. Where were they? They were around here somewhere. We are looking for the yellows. Where did they go? Six says, what are we using? We're using Willpower, Dominant Horse, Saw Mother, 3 Queens, Oakensoul, Trainee. So a lot of sets combined to make the stuff work. I was really hoping they'll be over here. I think they've actually like skipped this place. Yeah, they've not gone this way, have they? They've gone to probably there. We'll go towards row and see what happens on the way. Does having more stamina or magic actually increase DPS of the skill? Yes, it does. Every 10.5 magicka or stamina is equivalent to 1 weapon or spell damage. And the game calculates your highest resource for that. So what that means is if your highest resource is... Oh, that just went. They must be there. They must have gone for the siege. See the yellows. Oh, we're going to go to Rebecca anyway. Yeah, so having more max resource does increase your damage. What's worth stressing is it's your highest stat. So if your stamina is higher, it will use your stamina pool. If your magic is higher, it will use your magic pool. So like on the sniper build, I typically stack magicka because you can get magicka percent boosts, which you can't offer stamina easily. So you've got like Inner Light, you've got Daedric Summoning passives, you've got Bound Aegis, which is more magicka there. So you can push your magicka higher, which then in turn pushes that resource pool higher and then does more damage. Yeah, that's yellow. But you'll see with this stam that it's gonna be way easier to like roll and fight because we can move more. That's what we've struggled with in really big fights. Oh, red, there's a red there. Who's that? Ah! Sorry. Did you see the damage on it? Did you see? That was insane. He literally had full health. We blew him up. Oh, that feels like that should be illegal, doesn't it? Oh, here fighting. And I see yellows. This is a good sign. I see lots of yellows. We're going to play hide up on the wall. Let's see if anybody comes. Ah, full damage. Hit full damage. Let's see if we can pop him around here. So you'll see, because we have so much magicka and so much stamina, we can actually move now. Ah, you see, I mean, literally, I don't know if you saw how many Swallowed Souls are coming in. It was like, psh, 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 psh. So many of them coming in. Oh, we've got camp. Yeah, let's use camp. But that stand was really helpful because we could roll way more than we would normally be able to. I went for the ult there. We'll go for a heal. Try and get some distance. They've put Malady on me. I don't know if you can see it. That Malady just stops my healing. It's absolutely disgusting. So my healing, literally, look. I need to get that off me. It's the thing that says 27 at the bottom. So what that does, it reduces your healing by like 30%. And then when it's fully buffed, it's like 50% damage, healing reduction or something. It's obscene. Come on. Oh, the leap. Leap, 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 leap. That was the leap. You can't move the leap. That was a good Soul Tabber. That Soul Tabber is huge. Thanks for huge fans of one bar builds. Yeah, one bar builds are great. They're good fun. You just lack the utility. That's the big thing from playing a 2-bar. I don't have enough like heal over time. So what happens is when I get into those like tight situations, I'm having to roll spam heals rather than heal over time roll shield. Which it does make a big difference, because if you're getting that, like here, you look, this is 7k. It's not bad. But when I can push a Vigor, and a Vigor will give me 20 odd k healing in 5 seconds, that, you know, giving you sort of 2,000-3,000 health every second, plus your 7k burst still, that's like 10k a second now. It's a big difference in survivability. But it's fun. I enjoy this. This definitely feels like the most viable 1-bar build I've used in a long time. The damage is really high. Survivability is decent. If you're going to be like really stupid and jump into groups, you're going to die. That's going to happen anyway. But, you know, for a 1-bar build, it's got a good package. Coldest was saying he's mainly a stamina build, so using the Serpent Munders, which is more max stamina, if I recall. But your Magicka is a tiny bit higher, so yeah, so your Magicka will be scaling the damage, not your stamina. So you could change the Munders for the Mage, and then that would then scale the damage, because that's still going to be higher. Me personally, I would just obviously note that with like Munder Stones, you typically want the lover. Okay, we'll grab that. They use Noxious Breath, Wrecking Blow, stamina skills, but Magicka is like, yeah, it will still use the Magicka to boost the damage, even if you're using stam skills. So I do that on my Nightblade, the sniper. So I have like really high max Magicka. That increases my damage, even though I'm using stamina skills for damage. So don't worry if like your main stat is different to the damage skill cost. This is the part of Cyrodiil I don't like, by the way. Like having to wait here, literally, it's just like tedious. Like literally sat here doing nothing. What we will do is say in 10-15 minutes, switch to the Sulk, like the sniper thing. So switch from the Sulk to the sniper, just so people can see what I'm working on. It's not finished, but I think it's pretty much there. Yeah, that's enough. That is literally halfway. That's all I need. Now we can go. Which mythic would you run for 1.5 build for the hot? So what I've been working on, Lucas, and I haven't done it, is what I'm calling an Oakensoul 2.0 build. So I've got a way where I can get all the same buffs that Oakensoul gives you at all times, but have access to 2 bars still. Which means you can basically run anything you like, skill-wise, while still keeping all the buffs on automatically, which is very, very good. So that will be like coming to the channel. And I've been working on like different versions for like what would it look like on a Nightblade, what would it look like on a Sorcerer, on a Warden, and I've got a pretty like reliable setup for it, which is what the sniper is based on, so you'll see that very soon. To your question about what you're running for hot, it's typically Vigor. Vigor's like way too good not to use. So Vig is very good. You could use Radiating Regen. That's not bad. Or Rapid Regen if you really need like a quick burst heal. Let's go to the farm. Just there's fighting down there. I'm gonna go to the fights. So I'm having a little look-see. I can't see anybody. I'll see some yellows now. I did push my streak the second time, didn't fire though. I pushed my hill as well, didn't fire. Didn't fire the hill. Oh. There's a little bit of lag in Cyrodiil. What's the latency today? Can't do that here because I'm dead. Let me just respawn quickly. Which hill do you use when I don't have Scribing? The latency, I don't know, it's down here somewhere next. This is in the way. Yeah, it's 89. This is normally like 50. So there's times where you can see I pushed the button and it didn't do that in the fight. So I pushed that and rolled to do that and it didn't trigger. To your question, Lucas, the Scribing system is coming to the base game in July. So it's going to be a golden pursuit, so you can get it for free. So what I would suggest is that you would utilize, wait till then. But in the meantime, if you're really after a heal over time, for like heals, you could obviously go to Assault and run Vigor, which is good. This is very good. Look at that, 27k is obscene. You could also go to the Restoration Staff and Blessing of Protection, change it to Blessing of the other one, not the Combat Prayer, but the other one, I forget his name. Like Blessing of Restoration or something it's called. This is also a burst heal, it's very good. This is also a heal over time, so this is also very good. If you don't have access to, like you can't use the staff, it's going to have to be Vigor. That is the only other option you have. Alternatively, you could go to Entropy and get Structured Entropy. The heal on that works per player, so if you hit 3 or 4 targets, you'll get that heal from every single target, which means there's lots of healing if you sack it really quickly. So that's also worth looking into. Beyond that, there's not many other good heals. The only kind of pseudo healing you can do is go to the Undaunted and get Bone Shield. This goes on max health, so if you have really high health, you could kind of use that. It's not ideal, but it's an option. Or you have things like Blood Altar, but again, it's terrible, so you wouldn't use that in all honesty. Or there's Orbs, but again, that's pretty bad. So your options really are Vigor or it's Restoration Staff. They're like the two, unless you've got a class heal in your kit. Fenor says he's excited for all the people to get access to Scribing who don't have it. I think Scribing is a great system. I really like the system. I think it's very well balanced on the whole. There's a few outliers, don't get me wrong. Some skills are very good, but it's pretty there. It's pretty good. I'm going to switch over to the Sniper, and it's an Oakensoul 1-bar build, kind of. So let me explain what I'm doing, where I'm going with the thinking of this, and then you can give me a, is Dan cheating or not? Okay? So, Oakensoul, fantastic mythic item, yeah? Absolutely awesome. So if we look at what Oakensoul does, it's a miscellaneous, it's an antiquity, and it's basically all your buffs on for free. That's essentially what it does. But if you're curious, it's up here somewhere. Here is Oakensoul. While equipped, you are unable to swap between your primary and backbar weapon, but you get Minor Berserk, Minor Courage, Major Brutality, Major Sorcery, Major Prophecy, Major Savagery, Minor Force, Minor Protection, Major Resolve, Minor Mending, Minor Fortitude, Minor Intellect, Minor Endurance, Minor Heroism, Minor Slayer, Minor Aegis, and Minor Empowered, just Empower. So essentially, if you were to like go, what does this give you skill-wise? We have here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, awesome. You have Major Brutality and Sorcery, that's one skill. Yeah, so you get basically your damage buff for free. You get your crit buff for free. You get your armor buff for free. And you get Minor Berserk and Minor Force and Minor Mending. Now, if we go, what does a sniper actually need? Do we need armor? The answer is no. We're going to die if we get hit anyway. That's what happens on a sniper. Just embrace it. So that got me thinking, Oakensoul doesn't give us much damage. That's one of the big limitations with it. And are there any better mythic items that give us more damage? And then there's obviously the Monomyth Reforged, which is very, very good. This is Major Force, which is 20% more damage. Minor Berserk, which is the buff Oakensoul has. So you get the extra crits that you don't normally get. The problem is you don't get your damage buff, which is all like not great. And you don't get your crit buff, which is not great, which they're two skills you're lacking. Yeah? So what I'm doing, and I'm going to almost finish setting it up, is we are utilizing the Monomyth, but we're going to do something very special with our skills. Okay? So I'm going to basically embrace this as a 1-bar build, not using my back bar, but set this up like it will be Oakensoul. And you could put on Oakensoul if you don't have the mythic that I'm going to use. So it's going to be a 1-bar build still. You just don't need Oakensoul for this. So we are going to use Shattered Fate. Fantastic set. I've got loads of these. So we've got Shattered Fate. We have Wrath of Imperium. So on the front bar, this is on. This is always on. This is always on. This is always on. And our monster set's always on. The back bar can be whatever you like. I've just left this for recovery. It's useful. Okay? What this means is we're not going to use any back bar skills. We can if we want, but we're not going to use them. But we need to get a damage buff so we don't have to keep pushing it, because I appreciate on an Oakensoul build, it's nice that all your buffs are always on. So this is where we're going to use subclassing to really make this viable. So when I was messing around with subclassing, what I found was the Arcanist is fantastic with Herald of the Tome. We're going to drop our Storm Calling and do this. Okay? So we've now got Herald of the Tome. The Shadowy Disguise gives us our crit chance buff. It's Major Prophecy and Major Savage. That's our crit. So we've got the crit chance already built in now. We don't have a damage buff, but the Tome Bearer's Inscription, or Inspiration, sorry, gives you your damage buff on any bar, which means we can put this on the back bar. And now we've got a damage buff. We don't need to cast it. It's just always given our damage buff, which means we've got our damage buff sorted. We have our crit buff sorted. Our Mythic gives us Minor Berserk, so we have that sorted, and we also get Major Force, which is more damage. So by doing this way, my feeling, and it's a feeling at the moment, is this is probably going to be more damage than using Oakensoul. It also gives you the flexibility to run a sustain skill in the back if you want. So by using this, you can do some like buff skills that carry to both bars if you want, while still having everything we need here. I am going to, in the spirit of Oakensoul, put all of my skills and use the 1 bar only for everything I need. So I've got my damage skill, another damage skill, my heal, I've got my cloak, and then I'm going to put on the Sigil Order movement skill. So you can see we are utilising everything we'd normally do on an Oakensoul build, but without this. And you can run the Unblinking Eye for the extra penetration here, or Dawnbreaker. We're going to morph this to Recuperative Tree Ties if we want to use it. It's an option there. And then we can get these passive. So that's just more pen, which is nice. The extra pen. This increases our status damage. These are passives that are actually going to kill our skill points. We have like no skill points. And we're going to then drop some of the other things we don't need. So what I'm basically trying to do is make essentially what would be an Oakensoul build without needing to use Oakensoul. So we don't need to use that because we're not going to use that anymore. We're not going to use Vigor. So I'm just saving skill points. Can I get this up? Right, friends, that'd be nice. My bow can lift that up finally. That's awesome. You see, I'm really low on skill points on this, like really, really low. And then we are going to get from the Sigil Order the Sustain, Meditate, and put that there. So essentially, this is what we're doing. We have the speed of all the Swift. We can heavy attack to our skills. And that's the buff combo. The buff composition will be this: Crystal Weapon, Cloak, heavy attack. That's the combo. I'm just going to enchant the pieces I've got, so that way we have more resource on them. My armor's all enchanted, which is awesome. Perfect. I need to get some magical harm. So this is like basically an equivalent Oakensoul build without having to use Oakensoul. Now you could obviously put on Oakensoul with this, and this setup will still work, which is awesome. And I'm basically just using the bat bar to just turn on more regen when I need more sustain. That's basically it. So we're not going to use this bar at all now. Like, that's literally just going to be dead to us. I'm not even going to push this to buff up. Like I could do for more damage. I don't need to. And we're going to try it like this. So that's what I've kind of cooked up as an idea to then try and give us more damage than if we say had Oakensoul. 6 says, do you have this build posted yet, or is it for members only? The sniper one, I've not made a video on this yet. I will make one in probably the next day or two, and then it will come out like next week at some point. Fenor says, what would you call a decent DPS for real world encounters? If you're talking about PvP, it's more burst rather than DPS. So you want to look at how much damage can you do in a short window of time to get kills. That's like the best thing. Let's see if we can get back into Cyrodiil and eat here. There we go. So let's look at our stats and all that stuff, okay? So you'll see for buff wise, we have Major Savagery, Major Brutality, Major Sorcery, Major Prophecy. So these are all our damage ones. We have Minor Force because of this buff here, which is awesome. And then we get Major Force as well, which is somewhere on here. I don't know where that is. I think you have to be in combat for that to apply it. There it is, Major Force. There you go, see? And so the idea is that the way in which we would burst people, what's our Cyrodiil Q first? 3. Is we would essentially buff up like this, cloak, and just heavy attack, stage and soul. And then that's the burst combo. So it's gonna be the same combo as the other one. Don't know if it's gonna work, but that's what I'm thinking would be worth looking into. We're gonna do a Battleground whilst we're waiting. I know it's only 2, but that could be like still 20 minutes. So whatever's quick, we'll do first. Coldest says, for the Oaken DK, would you use Canamarch's Cruelty? That's the set that when you do a debuff to somebody, it puts like extra debuffs on them. So it puts on like Breach, Vulnerability, Defile. It's quite a cool set for DK. It's quite a fun, like, thematic set. It's not terrible, but it's not like amazing. Hey, we can go to Cyrodiil, awesome. With it, you need a defense set. With a Oakensoul build, you do lack defense. The issue is never damage, it's always survivability, because you don't have that extra healing. And so with that in mind, I would recommend utilizing... Oh, that's looking pretty dire for the blues. I'd recommend using a defensive set to go with it. So you could use something like Rallying Cry, that's pretty decent. You could use Ethereal Ascension, that's a crafted set. It's very good. You could use Mark of the Pariah, that's a good defense set. Rallying Cry is obviously defense and damage, that's why people use it a lot. So we move very fast with this, look at this. I will stick on that front bar. Might have to tell me because I am in a habit of just swapping bars constantly. Right, little thing. I don't know what this is actually. This is a weird like lizard monster. If it was me personally, Coldest, I'd probably wouldn't use the Canil's Nightmare set. I'd probably I'd probably use something like Pyreband. It's pretty good. Or use like the Daedric Trickery. Only because Daedric Trickery gives you loads of like buffs that you need. Yeah, Trick is just there. The thing with Tricky that's good is, oh, this is gonna kill us, isn't it? Oh no, look, oh my goodness. Yeah, we have no heal power, by the way. If we get caught, we are gonna die. Oh, you're farming Pyre Band. Yeah. I've got to do the same. It's a really good set. Oh, no, no, no. Full damage. Full damage is OP. Okay. So we're on a build. And we can use that if you want extra damage. You don't have to use the scholarship. I really miss streaks sometimes. So many reds. Yeah, let's just AoE spam against this group here. Alright, that was disappointing. We didn't get to do anything to them. Lumber's under attack though. Let's go Lumber. Is it Lumber or is it farm? Yeah, Lumber is. We'll go to the farm and then to the Lumber. Yeah, in the meantime, I'll probably use Trickery. I think that's pretty decent. The advantage of this like 1.5 version is that you get access to slightly more damage than Oakensoul. My mount is so slow. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's so slow. It's so slow. But we'll leave the BGs for the moment. We've got into Cyrodiil, so I want to like stay here for a little bit. Test a few things out and see how it goes. This is a small scale group. Oh, they got Rush of Agony probably. I got him. We got a kill on them. Yeah, they're dead. Let's go down to Ash. Maybe we'll find some yellows on the way. Oh, I hate full damage so badly, so badly. Oh, they're chasing someone up there. We're not going to chase them, that's not worth our time. So Trickery for defense set, and what else if not Pyre Band? Rallying Cry, it's defensive damage. You can then obviously stack Pen, so use like a Maul, in all honesty, with Sharpened, or use 2 Maces and Sharpened. Then use like 2 infused weapon damage, maybe 1 regen if you need. As long as you've got about 1100 recovery to 1200, you've got enough if you heavy attack in your combos. If you spam skills a bit more, aim for like 1300-1400. And that assumes you have the DK Helping Hands, so the Mountain's Blessing I think it's called, the one that gives you the regen on ult. Hey, you're right, 6. Cheers for becoming a member, my friend. It's really, really appreciated, and I hope you enjoy the Sulk that's on the channel. This will be soon as well. This needs a bit more testing, but I think it's mostly there. That's going blue. There's like no yellows around. Can I get into sneak? Yes, I am in sneak. So we're waiting for the yellows. I'm determined to check if this works in Cyrodiil. That's all I want to see. Just find somebody that I can go pop and kill. There's not much we're asking for, I understand that. Cody says, I've got Trickery and Medium. Yeah, Medium's good for Trickery. I'd probably go 3-3-1. So 3 heavy, 3 medium, 3 light. You need a bit of resistances. There's nobody here. So we are waiting a very long time. Yeah, there's lots of yellow, lots of blues here now. So we're buffed, we're just waiting for somebody. I don't think that's gonna happen though. But essentially we'll do this as our combo. That's the idea. Pop. So we are waiting. There's no yellows here. That door is going down very, very fast, isn't it? God, these guys have their siege going, don't they? Well, I think this is a bit of an empty keep, guys. So that's like the burst combo. You can see it's got a good amount of damage. We just need to find a player to do it to. That's the like next bit. No yellows. Oh. These are people who are like on 1vx builds. So this will be a good test. I'm going to go up here and see if I can get a... Oh, no, full damage. Ah, he's dead. We're going to wait here for his man. This is where we have this bit. Ah, I got the stun on him. I'm still going to wait for his mate, because he's going to try and get his mate. Get our sustain back. Okay, now we're going to go up, because we've got all our resources back. We're now good to go. He keeps running off. I'm waiting for him to come. Alright. Oh, he's dead. Yeah. Let's get our resources back. So this definitely has damage. I've got combat metrics on so we can see the damage against that person. We go to the previous one when it loads. I think I'm still in combat. Let me check the add-on settings. It should be there. But that was to look that last guy, but there's one before. Yeah, this was it. So it was 5, 11, 13, sort of 15,000 instantly, which is like half his health bar. That's pretty decent. I need to change my glyph on my weapon. Let me see if I've got a fire glyph on me. I don't. Now we're going to pop down. There's some people doing some group stuff. We're going to see if we can help get some cheeky kills, okay? He's got a huge shield here, hasn't he? Yeah, that's him dead. Let yellow group go. What you could do if you want to use this, by the way, just disable bar swap. Yeah. Got a defense tick for that. Not a big one, but a defense tick nevertheless. But I'm not going to a tower, that's just a waste of time. Yeah, what do you think of like these 1.5 bar builds, like where we're using one bar basically? The game for me. I think it was Strepsils I killed, that's why I was annoyed. Let's put our buffs on. Yeah. There's some people down here too. So get some resources back. Lucas says, which one bar build would you play as an Arcanist? Looking for an easy Battlegrounds build. Let me put on my buffs. Oh, that damage there. Whew. Do you see that? That was a lot of burst on him there. Yeah, Sulk's very good for like 1vx, this kind of stuff, because of the streak. I literally got stuck in there, couldn't CC break. I like the idea of the bar without Oakensoul because the other mythics are OP. I think, you know, I'm trying to get as much damage as we can. And you can see, like, we hit very hard. Like, obviously, he's on a proper build. Like, he's really tanky. He's waiting for me. He's waiting for the overload. Overload spec bow is so good. As a combo, is so good. I need to get behind him to get the stun. As soon as I get that done, I reckon we'll have him. We'll try it with the 0.5 and see if that makes a bit difference. So let's put on that one. Oh, he loves me, doesn't he? He's deliberately like, he's waiting with the bound armors is good. I'm like determined to try and catch him from behind. Just when he's got his shield, he's really, really tanky. If you give me a second, Lucas, I'll think about it in a moment, okay? Tentacle monster. What the cheeky stun on him. Need to get some sustain back. Yeah, for the Arcanist, are you trying to make it feel like an Arcanist or you want more like effectiveness? Can someone rattle off this build quick? We're using essentially the sniper one, but we're putting on the Imperium set, which gives us like loads of weapon and spell damage. Do you reckon he put a camp? I reckon he did. There's a yellow ball group down here. Yeah, well, I'll try one. I don't think I'll get much damage on them. Yeah. You only have one character and I want to get a strong BG build. You're missing Scribing to the last bit. The Imperium set is this one here. It's a Wrath of Imperium. It's basically like New Moon 5-piece, but in a 3-piece set. It's pretty good. I do wonder whether we need to use Overload. No, it's a very old set. It's like base game set. It's really, really old. It's just nobody uses it. I've used it on a few builds from time to time. It's pretty decent. Okay, oh, I see a yellow. Yeah, let's get our buffs going. Can't see any more yellows around here. So many yellows, so much healing. We need to find someone from behind. So Calder said, oh. Yeah, that's a little small group that is. We're going to get our resources back, but you can see that that's a small group getting themselves ready. Almost had him. He's got a lot of healing in that group, he has. Will. Oh, look at him. Yeah, he's the healer. That person at the back I hit really, really hard. Let's just get around here. You're gonna want these back. There you go. Ah, let's get some sustain. This hits really hard for a 1 bar build. This hits very hard. We're only using 1 bar, and then this is just like for extra sustain. I need potions. It's not on the channel or the page yet. I need to make a video on it. Ah, that was 30k there. Yeah, so it's on a 1 bar build. If you get behind them. Oh, he dodged that. That was good though. That was a good amount of damage there. So we're going to wait patiently. The moment to strike. It's too quick. He got in and out the door way too fast. They're fighting down here. Oh yeah, I'm not told that. I'm not going to chase them. Let's get some sustain back. Oh, that was very, very close. No, he's going to get me. He's going to get me with the cloak. Okay, we found our target. Oh, damn it. It took too long to land the heavy attack. Ah, we got him. We got him. For a 1 bar build, that's pretty good burst. Do you not think so? Sorry, I was like super excited for that. Yeah, that was awesome. So much damage. Let's go for this button here. No, I've run out of stam. I got too greedy. Hopefully there's a camp. Yeah, there's a camp. And we're on nickel. You know what we'll be making when you release the video on it. Oh, 100%. Yeah, we're not using Oakensoul because we've been able to get all the buffs we need without needing Oakensoul, which is awesome. He's gonna die down there, isn't he? Well, you can see I was waiting for him to pop down. This has 1 bar, so we have access to 2, but we don't actually use any of these skills apart from meditate. Just for sustain. All these back ones you don't need to push. So all of our buffs, you'll see we have the major buffs here, the major crit buffs already. We've got major force when we're in combat, minor berserk when we're in combat. So it essentially plays as an Oakensoul build without needing Oakensoul. It's really, really good. And by doing it this way, you get more damage. Oh, I've got some damage into there. Yeah. We're going to go and... Hi. We are super squishy, though. Oh, we are super squishy. Oh, I didn't realise that was under attack. Will we get a res? I don't think we'll get a res. He had a detect potion on, which the detect potions, they're meant to show, you're meant to be able to see if they have it on them, but sometimes it doesn't do that. It's a bit annoying. But it is what it is. Like on a sniper, you're gonna die. The 2 bar version, by the way, is way more damage. Like, I noticed a difference. Bo Yusuf says, what's the best gank builds in the game? I don't want to sound like blow my own trumpet. I think the sniper, 2-bar sniper that I made is probably the best range gank you'll find. It's got really good sustain, it's got great damage, it's got great mobility, it hits like a truck. And so I think that's kind of like the best all round because it hits hard, it moves fast, it's got everything you need, it's got a range ult. This is like a 1-bar version of that. We just don't have the ranged ult because of reasons. I do need potions though, I'm out of potions. Maz says not blowing your own trumpet, basically, but I respect your opinion, despite the bias. I think range builds, well, that's where it's at this patch. The bonus damage you get from melee isn't worth it anymore. So like, you could run a melee build for sure, but you end up doing a very similar combo to get a similar amount of damage, which is just easier to do at range. Like, there's less risk. Like, we've got this person over here. Yeah? So this is Strepsils. Strepsils is a very good player. Oh, we went for the sword cut behind him. They always go for you when they see you. Silver Assault. Silver's is great. Yeah, I need a potion. I need potions. Hi, Strepsils. There's the Overload, 7k. Overload's so good. Overload's bows, like where the combos are at this patch. Almost had him there. There, got him. Okay, we got the JR guy. We hit him very, very hard. Let's put this as our regen for what we have on the back bar. It's literally. Let's just quickly reset our buffs. Leave me alone, please, yellows. I'm just healing. I'm just healing. No. They found me. They found me. They found me. Yeah, when there's that many hills, it's just insane. I'm so used to using 2 bars. Dead. Ah. Yeah, we managed to get the Strepsils and we managed to get the stun to get him dead. Bo Yusuf said, I used to make Nightblade. You kind of knew, by the way. Is Nightblade version of it good? Essentially, I'm doing that with this. The way in which the Nightblade is, it's decent. The Sorc is better because you got the class Mastery, which has more damage. Oh, what's going on up here? Oh, yellow. Oh. There we go. Vid says, isn't casting 2 abilities that expose you makes it hard to sneak up on somebody? Yes and no. So let's imagine, for example, I'm going for this person here, yeah? He's running forward. He can't see behind him. So we're always trying to get from behind to attack people. And when you do that, you end up getting the stun, which is good. And the window you actually, like, expose is very, very low. So if you look at this, yeah? I'm sneaking around so they can't see me. I can put on my speed buff, still can't see me. I go contingency, crystal, cloak, and I'm back in invis again. So it's literally out of invis about 1.5, 2 seconds at most. So that with that in mind, it's such a small window of time for them to actually see you that you find you often land the combo. And even if they do see you, the combo hits so hard that you're better just committing at that point. I'd also stress that on any kind of like gank build such as this, you're gonna die. Like, it's the nature of the build. It's designed to hit really hard. You stack everything into damage and you fire and hope. That's kind of it. Dead. Ah. Ah, got him, got him. I love it, I love it, I love it. The damage is actually pretty decent for one bar build. Let's put our sustain back on because we're low on food. I've like no potions. I need tray potions. I always run out of the bloody things. So, to your question, Bo Yusuf, this is like a 1 bar version of the Nightblade that you're using. So if you just basically copy this when it drops. So look, I don't think he saw me. I'm gonna go for the combo now. But he dodged that. I don't know what the heavy attack didn't fire then. Dead. That's them both dead. Let's put our heals on. So yeah, you saw against that person like that, this raid person here, we're able to land the combat on him, even though like we are like easy to see, just because you get like invisible so quick, and you move really fast. But I definitely feel like this does good damage. It's not as much as the 2 bar version, in all honesty, but it's still decent. I went to go from he had the big shield. The leap gave him that massive shield and the shattering rocks healed him. We're at the range of the camp, aren't we? Look at that. We're so close to the camp. Don't think they're going to get a res. Come on, Joes. Come on, I'm over here. I'm over here, mate. I don't think he's coming, is he? He's not coming. Come on, come on. Just left. Nope. Yeah, leap's so good for that defensive, like, turn to fight. Lena says, am I on PC? Yes, PC EU. I don't think we're going to get... Oh, look. Turn around. Oh, yes, Brian. What a lad. Good old Brian. Love a bit of Brian. Oh, look at that. It saves us a massive ride. Oh, that went between different targets. Really annoying when that happens. I hate these block things. These block things are annoying. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go let's get my resources back. They're gonna kill them. I believe in them. And then we'll go back into the fight. No, just contemplating jumping into the fray and working on a new build. I might jump on for a while with my subclassing troll healer. Subclassing is great. All reds. This looks like Strepsils and co. Oh no, it's different co. It literally strips that shield off, doesn't it? We'll wait here. When someone does this, you literally have to wait for them. Because he'll come up the stairs in a second. Oh no, he's gone around the edge of the tower. Oh no, he jumped off. Oh, the door's open. Do. I'm gonna wait here because they keep going around the tower. Ah, look at that. That burst. That was literally like almost his whole health bar in one go. That was nasty, isn't it? That was absolutely nasty. Bo Yusuf says, what about animal companions, dark magic and shadow? The answer is no. The animal companions, yes, it has more crit, but the problem is you can't use Deep Fisher because it pulls you out of stealth. And the Storm Calling, if you go to Storm Calling down here, this is like 10% more damage at max health if the target has that. More damage here, more damage here. So this is just more damage overall. So rather than having like an extra maybe 10-15% crit damage, you could have 15% at all times. Oh, I stole the kill. I stole that kill. So I found this was like the best combo of skills. Oh my goodness, look at the siege. So much siege. I'm gonna run. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going. I made it. I need the heal. I almost got him. I almost had him. He had 30k health, and I almost got him. I just had no sustain. If I had the full up, I would have got him. Any suggestions for BG? Yeah, sorry, I keep getting distracted. What I do, I'll respawn, and I'll quickly help you out with that, because I will get distracted quickly. It was a 1-bar build, wasn't it? Yeah? And can I just check, Lucas, was it that you were after like an Arcanist feel or just most effectiveness? So we hit that guy very, very hard, as you just saw. I'm waiting for him. He's gonna come. He's blocking there loads like mad. Let's get our resources back. I don't think he expected that, did he? He hit me and I hit him very, very hard. Let's get our resources back. Pretty much, sadly. No, the dots from me. I need healing. I need healing. He's not going to heal me, is he? I had no. You'll see the dot on the Thrive of Chaos. If I had the Oakensoul, the normal version, these would die instantly. Ah, I got him. Okay. That was a good burst, wasn't it? 30k health and he died. On essentially a 1 bar spec. That was a nice burst. If your front bar is a sniper, can you make it 1vx? You could, in theory. You need to use something like silvers to null Arcana, I think it's called. Lucas was saying, the fact so no scribing, BG only, lots of fun and kills. 2 bar is okay, just needed a simple one. Okay, let's switch. I'll go die and then I'll have a look at the Arcanist. Oh, there he is. I was hoping the tentacle monster would distract them enough. That's massive resolve, got me. But yeah, for a 1 bar spec, I'm quite happy with this. We got our target locked. Shattering rocks, nice. I'm not determined to get the elixirs. I've got some bait. No, he's left. He's absolutely gone. They're gone for the ults. So whatever, Killer's Blade. Because they've got their heals stacked on them. I can see that ring of death full of me. Yeah, those 3 are together. Let me respawn and I'll have a look at the thing, Lucas. So I'm going to pop out the Cyrodiil. You get distracted so quick, as you can see, so apologies. So pop that over here. I'm going to go there. That was odd. Yeah, so Lucas was asking about an Arcanist for Battlegrounds. So if I switch over to the Arcanist, it'll be easy to just do it there. So I do have an Arcanist. I found the Arcanist it's got a very weird kit. So if you want to feel like an Arcanist, which is this is my Arcanist here, you need to be able to use the flail. Now what I was doing on my one with the recent patch is using Tentacular Dread as the burst skill. So the idea is that you use Rune Blades, Tentacular Dread, and it hits really, really hard. Like, it's stupidly hard hitting skill. Let me see if I've got that on here. I did change a lot of stuff. Yeah, so this is what I was running on my one, okay? I did more, and this was trying to get the beam in there. So I was using this originally, and this is like the typical Ravaging Mace, which is very good for Arcanist. Like, this is one of the best Arcanist sets, so run this if you can. Your armor buff hits them with a debuff, so it hits them with Minor Breach. That will proc this set automatically for free. This is like stupid amounts of damage. It's very, very good. It also increases your healing. I then paired this with Rallying Cry. I would use 2 Rose Skirt, in all honesty. I just didn't have the helmet at the time. I would probably drop Sea Serpent. I don't think the snare's that useful. And I'll probably run something like Monomyth. I think that's better. So your options are basically using a Sustain Monster set, which is very, very good. Or utilising Sustain on the Jewelry. What I will do, I think might be more useful actually. Bear with me a second. You might have saw that I made a video about how to make PvP builds, so I think this might be a good opportunity to kind of just showcase that. So I will make an Arcanist and kind of go through what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. If I recall, I think it was this one. I need to go to window capture. There's this one actually. Oh, there's 2 of them, that's why. One sec. Close the other one down. Oh, sweet. So there we are. Okay. So, I made that little overlay bit. Just playing up. There, that can go there. That can go there. Just makes it a bit easier for you to see what I'm doing. Okay. So I move on the editor, and this, I did a video like basically how to utilize this thing, but essentially I showed like what buffs you need, and I did make an overlay for this, which is quite useful. I'll see if I can find that. Oh, I need to add an image. Bear with me one moment. Okay, that's my nice little like, overlay that I made. And what I basically did is just I overlaid this on top of this here. So this will give you a rough idea of like what we were doing, essentially. So when you're building a character for PvP, these are the things that you have to have covered in your build for it to be viable. So what I showed on the video is how you want to start with your base class, and I'd always recommend doing this. Now, if you are after this little graphic, I can put this in my Discord so you can jump and grab it yourself. But what we're trying to do is to cover all of these bases. So the first thing you do is to go, what would you use in your class kit typically? And then you add in subclassing to make it better. So we would normally use escalating rune blades. That's very, very good. Sorry, I let my cat in. You need a burst skill. So Tentacular Dread is the burst skill. When you charge up Crux, this hits very hard. So this is your burst skill. It's the only one the class has. You need an execute or a dot. The class doesn't have an execute or a dot. That's like decent. So we could use that Fulminating Rune, which is okay damage over time, but it's not an execute. But that's an option there. We then need a burst steal. Their burst steal is actually this one here. So Evolving Rune Mend. This is quite nice. So that's like your burst steal down here. Your armor buff is the Crux Weaver. That's here. Your heal over time will be Vigor. That's like your usual one. You'll then have damage buff, which is going to be Recuperative Tree Ties. That's going to go here. You then need a mobility skill, which the class doesn't have, so you have to run the Sigic Order. And you'll run Race Against Time, so that goes here. You need a burst ultimate of some kind, typically in PvP, so that's going to be Dawnbreaker. You need a defense ult of some kind, so that's probably going to be the Sanctum of the Abyssal Sea. And you basically have 2 options there. You need a stun, Rune of the Colourless Pool is your stun, and you've got a flex spot for whatever you like. Now the flex spot could be like an extra heal, it could be another dot, more often than not, people run an ice staff and use elemental drain, and then change it to elemental susceptibility, and that's the Arcanist kit, the skills. For the actual sets and stuff, I would always recommend do the skills first. So the first thing looking at this is I've got a burst skill, but this burst skill is tied to charging crux. So I have to get my crux going to be able to use this, and I can't land this with anything else, which is not a great burst skill. This skill line gives me a spammable, it gives me a burst skill, and it gives me my damage buff. I then need to have a little look and go, is there a skill line that gives me better than this? I'm going to put on the screen another graphic that I made for that video. And these are the skill lines, ranked, so here they are here. So, and what you will see is, you know, with the Arcanist damage ones aren't that great, basically. You know, Herald of the Tome is kind of a B tier. We need something that's got damage and maybe a bit of defense. Maybe more damage, so maybe Assassination or Animal Companions would be a better burst skill, or maybe Gravelord could be better for burst. So with that in mind, I'll then have a look at those skills. See, is there better burst options there? So that's when I then change this out and go with something like Gravelord and go, well, Blast Bone sits very hard. I lose my spammable though. I don't have an execute or a dot. These passives here aren't that good, so I'm probably going to go, well, maybe not that one. Let's look at Adric Spear, which was also a decent option. So does this have a burst skill? The answer is no, so this is not an option for us. What about Assassination, which I know is the yes. You got Spec Bow, you got Spammable, so that will work here very nicely. We don't have an execute, but this gives us the execute too. So actually, this gives us 3 things we miss. We do lack our damage buff still, but we could run that by just getting Mage Guild and go with Degeneration. So now we've got all our buffs covered, and now we've got a set where we've got more burst than we would normally, and we can then build around this better. If we're not using the crux and the armor, if we look at the armor passives, these aren't that great. So I would probably suggest swapping this out for the Templar's Restoring Light. And if I show the graphic again, Restoring Light is very good. It's like a healing and defense skill line in one. So here we can then put on Channel Focus. This will give us healing and armor buffs, which is great. Really good passives when we're low health. We get a better burster, which is Honor the Dead, which is fantastic. And then we go, okay, we've got all these things now, but do we have anything from the curative that we need? Well, probably not. So we could probably change this for a different Arcanist one. So I'm going to probably have to reset that quickly. And I'm going to keep the Herald, but then go and switch the curative out. The build edge is a bit funny with this, sadly. But we'll end up probably using these skill lines. So we've got our armor buff here, we've got our burst heal. Here we've got our burst skill, which will be this one here. We have access to an execute, which you don't normally do, which should be this one here. We could use a surprise attack for stamina if you want to be a stamina build. And then we just need a stun. Well, if we used concealed weapon, this can stun them because it sets them off balance, so that's quite nice. So the surprise attack does too, so that's like our stun. And then we basically have all our stuff covered again. With the Herald of the Tome, we can put on an extra damage with Recupative Tree Ties. It's more damage, more sustain. This applies to all class skills, which means this will hit harder, which is really nice. So now that we've got kind of more burst than we'd have normally with Spec Bow, we've got the bonus damage on the Tree Ties, landing with Concealed Weapon, so there's more burst there. This will be much more viable, and we can then go to the sets. For a typical build, you can run a mythic of choice, like Monomyth is like meta at the moment, it's very, very good. You'll then put on like Rallying Cry Back Bar, or Wretched Vitality. Because of the heals, I'd go with Rallying Cry. And then I'd go with a Frost Staff. And go with like Defending or Infused. If you go with a Fire Staff, you could Heavy Attack. And you get an extra dot, so that's quite good against tanky players. And then we'll put on our Rallying Cry Jewelry. We then go to the front bar and put something like Wretched Vitality for sustain, or Roska if you want. So let's go with our Maul, 2H Mace. We're melee on this build, so sharpened. This could be Wretched. This could be Shattered Fate. It could be any Black Front Bar set. We'll go with Wretched just for simplicity because they're easy to get hold of basically. And then we'll go for Heavy here. And then we'll go for Heavy here. Change it to be Reinforced because they're on heavy pieces. So you'll see what 2 Wretched with 1 more Wretched. Put a Wretched piece here. Go medium. Medium. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can take one off. Let's change this one to be Rally. So got 3 Rally in. 4, 5. We'll change this one to be Trainee. That'll be Divines. We change it to Reinforced. 1 Trainee, your Rallying on the back bar turns on. Wretched on the front bar turns on, which is awesome. And then you put on a set of choice like Balorg, Roska. If you're new to PvP, Roska's quite good because this is loads of sustain. Engine Guardian is quite good. So we'll scroll down a bit, sorry. Just that. Yeah, like just in the right place for it to overlay properly. But Engine's quite good as a defense one. And essentially that's what I'd run. So it'll give you better spammable. You've got an Arcanist skill in there. If you want it more Arcanist-y themed, you then have to instead build around the Tentacular Dread. Go down this route. You can still keep the Assassination for the Killer's Blade. That's still quite helpful for what you need. You could change the Assassination for Animal Companions, which is very good. And then put on Deep Fissure instead, so you've got another burst skill. You can then put on like Betty Netch for more sustain, that's your damage buff too. And you can put on Bird of Prey. So you could also do that as an alternative, and that would also work very well. Charge your Crux up, hit them really hard with Dread. Your Deep Fissure is going to hit them with a pen debuffs, which is nice. So that hopefully gives you some ideas of what I would do for this Arcanist. Food-wise, you can run, if you're using like so much sustain stuff, Sugar Skulls. If you go with Balorg, you may want to run like Artaeum, or you may want to run the Citrus Fillet, which is down here somewhere. But there it is. But that's essentially what I would do. Back to ESO, there you go. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what to do, and that's obviously quite useful. You could do it on 1 bar. That is definitely an option, which I can obviously show after the stream. I'm going to switch over back to one of my other characters. And I want to show you for the last sort of 20 minutes something I've been working on. It's not finished, but it's a lot of fun. And I did show it last week. But so far you've seen the Stalk that works really well. This is the Warden that I've been tweaking. If you were after the... Here for a second. That's what a 1 bar version would look like as well. Just really quickly. So you've got spammable, burst skill, second burst skill, you need Dread's a bit unreliable, burster, which is a very good movement skill. You could change this to be a heal over time, but you probably need the extra damage this patch. So that's probably what I would use on a 1 bar Oakensoul build for this kind of setup. I would use Rally with Wretched with 1 Krog. I think it's spelled like that. Like that? I can't always remember how it's spelled. Falcon Scoria has the same thing though. Basically 1 piece pen. And you'll put on the piece of Rallying that you're missing. You can obviously put on here. And drop the trainee. So you'd have like Rally, Rally, Wretched, Wretched, Wretched. So you'd be obviously able to like mess around with it. But that gives you some ideas like how you could use it. This is a interesting build. I think you will like this. So this is Explosion. Explosion is a bomb build. Like, it's basically meant to be like an artillery cannon. So the idea is that we basically hit incredibly hard with the skill and just blow stuff up. It's really fun. This is a slight adaptation to it to work with more group play. So I'll try and get into Cyrodiil, which we can, which is awesome. It's not finished. I'm still trying to get more damage out of it, but this is a really fun build nevertheless. So I'm just checking my Discord because I've had like loads of things pop through. Yep. So yeah, so this is Explosion. This is awesome. This thing is stupidly fun to use. You are going to die with it though, so I just factor that in. And I am going to make a 1-bar version of this. Where's the fighting? The fighting's down at nickel, so let's see if we can get down to nickel, okay? Yeah, and hopefully, Lucas, that gives you like some ideas of what you can do. I would probably go with the Warden version. I think it's a bit more like fun to play, rather than say the Spec Bow version. Just, you know, a Spec Bow is good on any class. The Warden would be AoE spam, and because you've got Tentacular Dread being AoE, you've got the Warden Fissures being AoE, you've got Dawnbreaker being AoE. That's a lot of AoE burst. Or BGs. Just curious, if people do have questions about stuff, I do have a Discord, which you've seen pop up throughout the stream. I'll put a link in the channel so you can obviously check it yourself. So there's a link to the Discord if you are interested, and excuse my squeaky chair, it's very old. Need to get a new one. So this build is... it's incredibly toxic. It's the only way of describing it. It's basically made to like try and counter ball groups. This is like its main job. And what I think it does really well is the fact that we're able to go and do a lot of AoE damage to a group at once from stealth, which is really, really nice. Do you have a tool on DC? I think you mean Toon, like character. I have all my characters are DC on PC. Or do you mean tool on Discord? Sorry about that. Tunok is asking, on PC, do you have to buy the DLCs? I personally have ESO Plus. I think it's quite a quality of life thing. I like the game, so I support it. It's a couple quid a month. You know, I appreciate not everybody has that, so you don't need them because lots of the stuff's like really good that's crafted and buyable, so you don't need to have the DLCs to be competitive. The subclassing's free. The Scribing's going to be free in July, so I wouldn't rush to get it if you're in a financial situation. Oh, the tool for the build creations. Yes, I need to add it, that link to thing. Oh, why did my streak not work? Damage buff. Damage. Okay, watch this. Let them all there. They can all go there. I absolutely hate it when you can't heal. He literally came straight for me, did he? Where's Bethel? We'll go for Bethel. Yeah, the tools, a website called USP Build Editor is very good. I've made that overlay that goes on top. It's very, very useful. I didn't have. I pushed 2. The first one fired, the second one didn't. That's annoying. So basically with this, we literally just chuck out huge AoEs. We managed to pull him in. Let's just get some healing going. He's no streak away, and he off he goes. He's run. It's a Dawnbreaker that did it. He jumped out of there. I hate Master Lock. Look at that. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm on a very I'm on a spec where I have like no resistance though, so for people curious, that's my armor on the back bar, and on the front bar that's it there. We are like glass cannon. Oh, look at that, I could not literally could not CC break. I had loads of stam as well. Yeah. I'd like my heal to go off, thankfully. There it is. Yeah, so this is basically focused on spamming explosion. Let me go get some stain back. Now the Sorc version has more damage, but I'm trying it on the Warden to get Dark Convergence in the build, as you can see. And obviously it works better in Cyrodiil because you got more bodies to stack together to get more of that bonus. I'll take that, thank you. I got a 6k stam. I couldn't see break with 6k stam. I don't know if you see that. Literally, I'm pushing it and it's like, nope, 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 not letting me CC break. That's ridiculous when that happens. So we're very, very glass cannon. He had so much heals. So many heals, literally. Heal, 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 heal. Yeah, I think in this one we've got very tanky players, which it happens from time to time. Oh, 18k, take that. Oh, almost had him. Literally almost blew him up full time. He got a shield on him. Oh yeah, it's literally you kill or you get killed. There's no in the middle on this. But it's fun. They literally didn't even. There's like so much delay on that. Oh, I hate it when that happens. But yeah, this is very glass cannon. That healer with him literally is constantly. So you can see, like, I'm doing like loads of damage to them. How much did that healer done? Yeah, 1.1 million healing. You can tell there's a healer in the grip because I'm hitting them very hard. That he's out again. Oh yeah, it's big hits. Like it's really, really big hits. They've just got 1.2 million healing there, and there's a lot of health. I don't get why I can't hit them from up there. Let me grab the damage bit. Getting sneak, okay, sweet. That's him dead. So much healing. Let's get some healing going. Dawnbreaker, big Dawnbreaker there. Huge Dawnbreaker. I'll show you how hard I was hitting people for, just for people curious. But that healer, whew, he made it hard to get any kills. So if we look here, yeah, 15,000. So like when you hit someone for 15k with full up chilling soul, now you can see that's 12 players. That's 19k, almost 20k together. plus obviously this here. So that's 25k instant and Dark Convergence. So it's a huge amount of burst when it lands. But if they've got a healer in there, it's really hard to get the combo off. The Reno says he's finished his work, which is good. Hopefully work was okay, mate. And then he's asking about, do you worry about pets in PvP? Or can you kind of ignore them? People ignore pets in all honesty. They're just, it's not worth, like, trying to kill them. They don't do that much damage compared to like how good you'd hope they'll be. So I wouldn't like rush to kill the pet. The only pet I go to kill is the Twilight, just because people use it as a heal. So if someone has a Twilight out, just kill it first because they can't get their healing. So we're in Cyrodiil. I'll show you what this does in Cyrodiil. It's a bit better in Cyrodiil, in all honesty. You got more damage because of the CP. And again, it's one of those ones where it's like you get killed or you kill. There's like no in the middle on this. It did get nerfed heavily, saying, I think it's about like an 8k heal now compared to like the 10, 15 it used to be. Yeah, BGs. If you want me to do BGs, put in the chat BGs or Cyrodiil, but I'm probably going to stay here unless there's like demand for it. There's 30 seconds on it. Look at the little spider crab go. We jump. This always kills me in Cyrodiil when I do this. I don't know who else like just jumps as they ride. And you like do something silly like this. You go woo, and then you go, oh no. Then you take damage. Like that, see that damage taken. Cyrodiil is good. I like it. It's just this part I don't like. I don't know if anybody's played New World, but I like the size of their outpost rush. That was a really good size. Like, there's a little bit of moving between the places. Not huge, but then there's always combat. Whereas with this, I've just ridden for like a minute, and I've seen trees and scenery, and that's about it. And someone with butterflies, of course. Let's get some healing going. Try and push that. Oh, wait. That's a 15k though. A 15k to the poor person. Oh. I pushed the hill, it didn't fire. Deep Fisher got me though. Do you have a camp? Can I use it? Oh yeah, sweet. It'd be good if I get out of it. Which numpty put it there? Look at that. They should have like 15-second speed buff on the trail. Yeah, it should. Something like that would be nice. Let's go get some resources back. Got the charm. Yeah, they're only a little small group, like 40. Look, 45k health, 46k. It hits hard, as you can see. It hits very, very hard. They're dead. I can show you the damage numbers against them. So, because they're like good players. It's like 22k. It's like we hit very hard when we hit people. I did push streak, but apparently not. I don't know if you look when I die, I push the RB and it doesn't fire. That's really, really depressing. 2 minutes. Yeah, we might go res. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh yeah, we're gonna ride back, we will. I don't think we're going to get a res here. Sorry. Yeah, so what we're trying to do with this basically is have something that hits really hard at range to essentially be like an artillery cannon. Do we have enough damage to like blow people up? Maybe. But the hope is to like get enough pressure on them that they are forced to like retreat, which is obviously what this does. It hits very hard. If you sync this with another person, it's like disgusting. If you literally got 2 people doing it in the same spot, it's almost a 1-hit kill as soon as you walk in there. Which is very nice. There is a Sorcerer version of this, by the way, which I can switch to if people want. It's got a bit more damage. This does have Dark Convergence, so that's the difference. You either get the stun or you get the more damage. So we're going to move on down. What would be quite useful is, because it helps me kind of gauge where people are at, with the whole 1-bar build, which is what I've been working on. So I've updated the Sorcerer. I've also made like a 1-bar version Sniper, which is pretty decent, and we used it early on stream. What other 1-bar classes are you guys like really after? Oh, there's a lot of death down there. A lot of rallying cry too. Look at all that rallying cry. That's so much health. Yeah, if you've got like a build or like a class, I want to see what a 1-bar version on a Warden would look like, or it'd be quite useful just to note. Werewolf. I have been thinking about Werewolf. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about, Templar of Storm Calling. That's him dead. Oh, that was a huge. That was a huge Dawnbreaker. Let's have a look where the fighting is. Nickel. Let's go Nickel. But yeah, you can see like it's either kill or get killed. There's like no in the middle. Yeah, with the werewolf, I was thinking something like Templar, because of the burning light. You can see against that small group, it's pretty nasty, isn't it? And like this is like what it's made to do, basically just sit in a group throwing up big AoEs. You're a squishy, you're gonna die. I'm going to go for the streak. They literally, as soon as they see you, they run straight to you. Yeah, with, was it 23k health, you're going to die fast. Well, that's him dead. I guess that was good. Yeah, I have no armor, so literally, as soon as I hit you, you fall over. So it's a fun build. I think I prefer the extra damage though. I'm not gonna lie, than the Dark Convergence. Like they're big hits, they are. 18k there, literally. Let's pop inside. Here we can use the vampire toggle. Get all the extra damage we need. $13k, that is huge amounts of damage. So if you got literally someone doing cover this, it's like going to be really nasty to fight against. Yeah, they're not coming any closer, are they? Literally just out of range. I'll queue for BGs and I'll probably do one more BG and then call it there because it's late where I am. The animation takes a bit too long. It's very satisfying just doing that. There's 10k there. Like the damage is decent. $12k to him. I just like a bit more sustain. That would be like really helpful. 14k. We'll pop down. Let's use that. DD. Leroy over there. Go on. Overload's so good. Oh, that'd been so good if I managed to land it on him. Hey, BG's ready. We'll go to our BGs. Josh is asking, what's the best way to get money? There's a few ways. I personally find like doing fishing is really bad. It's so unreliable, so I would probably skip that myself. What you can do, and it's a lot of legwork, there's a few things you can do. One is go to a popular set. So for example, I've done this here. In Wayrest, I think it is. You can see I have everything unlocked. So all of these are unlocked for the Combat Physician. All the tooth row is unlocked, but not the Sergeant's Mail Lightning Staff. So what this means is when I go into this dungeon, this will drop 100% of the time. So this is a very, very, very good way to make money because you can have a set that's really curated to go what's really popular, Pillar and Urn, Sergeant's Lightning Staff. Like it changes from patch to patch, but you find something that people generally want. Or damage buff. Let's go get a damage buff. I love me a bit of a damage buff. There you go. Okay. This should be pretty good. Oh, that's that group there. That was nice. I pushed left on the arrow pad. I'll just do it very quickly. Hop. I got hit with a stun, that's so annoying. You hit for 100k. One thing you can do is if you've got a good enough build, go to the Imperial City. In Cyrodiil, kill the bosses. So you start with 5,000 Telva on you. You kill a boss, you bank it. You get like 5k per kill. and then you just buy alchemy satchels and sell the ingredients. That's quite a consistent way of getting money. It's quite easy to do. With the power creep, most builds can sell a boss now anyway in there. Like, they're quite easy to do. Goodbye. There you go, 18k. Like that. Yeah, have one of these. There, 15k. Look at that. The damage is really, really good. Let's get some sustain going. We need a bit of sustain. We'll get some sustain back. I expended my resources way too much. Hi. Yeah, we got him. So you can see it's quite a fun build. Oh, got me with a snipe. They got me. Got me with a snipe. But this gives you an idea of like what this thing does. It's very good against like average players. I got him. Takes so long to cast it, it does. I'm so no. I need to live. Save me. I got him. Okay, let's go. We need our resources back. We're like so low on sustain. It's ridiculous. Speed buff though. Pop. It's quite a fun build, this is. Ah, they got me. Got me. I was hoping to get around the corner then for them to come around and unleash the really big hit. Goodbye. Oh, is it got hit with charm? Ah, go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I didn't get close enough, didn't get close enough. We need some sustain back. I've had 19 kills just spamming this though. Oh, almost had him. I hit him for 15k, that's half his health bar. And what do you guys think of this, by the way? It's like, I know it's a really silly build. $17k, I'll take that, thank you. Oof. Rush of Agony, try to get away from the Rush of Agony. And it was the gap close spam. I think this one's almost over. I was going for a big explosion then. But yeah, no, that was fun. I enjoyed that. You can really see like it's basically you kill or you don't get killed. That's it. And then someone dies, it's just either you or them. You'll see in the hits. So we go about 16, 17k there, that's awesome. 16k, 17k. So like we hit hard, we hit very, very hard. You'll see. But yeah, that kind of is what this does. It's not finished. I've been doing a few different versions, done the Assault version, this Warden version, for like different reasons. But I am going to call the stream here, guys, because it's late where I am. If you get any questions between now and like the next video or stream or so on, then you know what to do. Like put in the chat, put in Discord. I'll do my best to reply. And I just want to say a massive thanks to all the people that are subscribed to the channel. It really helps out. And likes and comments as usual. I'm also going to say a massive thanks to Lucas and all the other YouTube members who do support. It really helps out. And I just want to say a big thanks to Treehouse for upgrading and also Six for becoming a member. If you want to support myself to get early access to videos, exclusives and much more, there's details down below. But as always, guys, I'll catch you next video or stream. So thanks for watching, take care, and bye!